This is, oh my, can you believe, we just found out that JFK called Joe Biden a traitor. Okay, here's the truth. The JFK files.
Oh, this will be fun.
Okay, they're out. Let me ask you this. You think that maybe we just got Epsteined again? And by that, I mean there's been well over half a century to change, alter, delete aspects of these files. And the primary question is there new information? Is there new evidence? Have we been given something here that is groundbreaking and changes what we thought we knew regarding the assassination of JFK? To be clear. Now, before we get into anything else, they're clearly, I'm not telling you that I'm not trying to sell this any other way.
Right.
There clearly was something suspicious about a president of the United States driving downtown in a convertible, which, granted, was even recognized at that time as heard by the newly leaked audio from the Secret Service themselves.
Wait, are you telling me that we're putting the President of the United States in a drop-top convertible in downtown Dallas driving slowly? Do I have that right? Oh, God. Told you.
It was self-explanatory, like this, and that it couldn't be explained.
It was buried forever.
It was buried forever.
Jeez.
Honestly, it leaves more questions than it answers, one could argue.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. There were 80,000 pages, give or take, released yesterday, on top of the 5 million pages, effectively, already released. Here's a clip.
Thousands of pages from the JFK assassination files released tonight at the behest of President Trump.
We have a tremendous amount of paper. You've got a lot of reading. I don't believe in to redact anything. I said, just don't redact. You can't redact.
That was him yesterday at the aptly named Kennedy Center. And yes, we all have a lot of reading to do now. 1,123 new files worth of reading, all posted by the National Archives. And no, we have not gone through each and every page yet.
All right, we get it. You want us to know you can read. Not buying it. So, we're going to get through these claims that are out there. And I hate, there's a lot of misinformation out there. You have legacy media, and then you have clickbait. And there are several different timelines. I want to set the stage here. Remember, we told you this, so nothing up our sleeve. We told you this yesterday. Okay, there's a starting off point as to what we already know. And we were clear about it. That's important because we need to compare what we know today. This was yesterday. So what we do know, Lee Harvey Oswald was there. Okay?
Right.
He was there at that book depository, right? There's physical evidence on the 6th floor window of the rifle that he bought. There were multiple eyewitnesses placing Oswald at the scene. And here's what we also know. The CIA and the FBI definitely, they knew about Lee Harvey Oswald, right? He was on the government radar when he defected to the Soviet Union in 1959. Yeah. He was a person of interest. They had been tracking him, depending on the time period. So he was there. Some people say he's not the only shooter. Okay, we'll get to all that. And the FBI, the CIA knew about him. Okay, so we already knew that without this release. Anything new, that brings us to another installment of Claim Truth. All right, a big claim circulating right now.
Yeah.
Claim. Groundbreaking. Revelation. Meaning new. Former CIA operative Gary Underhill was killed for exposing the plot. We just found this out yesterday. Okay, here's the truth.
Oops.
There's nothing new here. This is old. This is not new, according to these documents. Now, I'm not saying that there is nothing suspicious about the death of Underhill.
Correct.
What I'm saying is that the memo that is now going viral, that you believe is from yesterday's dump, is actually from 2017 documents that were released on JFK.
Donald Trump as well.
Under Donald Trump as well. I think that's an important one, again, to set the tone here. Not saying that this information is irrelevant. I'm not even saying that it's untrue. What I am saying is people are presenting this to you as though it is new. Reason being, this would be more of a bombshell than anything that was found in there last night. If you want to discuss it, fine, but people have been discussing this for quite a long time. Not just the memo in 2017. You can find old magazine articles, books from 1967, Ramparts Magazine, 1992, Destiny Betrayed, right? This just proves, here's something else. Is this new evidence? Some people are saying, well, there's new evidence that proves Underhill was killed. No. What you see in the documents, it's just Underhill's claim that he made to officials.
Well, and it's through secondhand. It's basically the people he was said to have left very hurriedly to get out of town, and he went to stay with people in Jersey and made this claim to them. And being interviewed, those people said he said this.
Yes.
So, okay.
But it has to be put in the file.
Yes. Well, and also an investigation has to take place, which, kind of.
Exactly. So this has been something that's been known, and people have been suspicious of it since 1967. You can draw your own conclusions. And by the way, I think there are different conclusions to draw. This is a problem because our government has not been transparent with us.
Yeah.
Okay?
Circumstances around his death are very, very sketchy.
Yes. But anyone telling you that this is new or groundbreaking or a bombshell is either lying to you or they have been lied to. When I see something circulating since 2017, presented as though it was just released last night, ooh, okay, I have a problem with it. Comment below if you agree.
And it matters.
It does matter. It does matter because the left will use that to discredit anything
muddies the waters
that you say. Here's another claim that's been circulating. Revelation. This is, oh my, can you believe, we just found out that JFK called Joe Biden a traitor. Okay, here's the truth.
So stupid.
No. Now, I'll clarify. We know now that it's JFK Jr. I know that, but some people didn't present it as JFK Jr. When I saw this last night, again, upon the initial release, I just did some math in my head. I said, wait, JFK, hold on, we're going back to 63. Biden would have been in his early 20s, college or law school. There's no way that this could have taken place. And so I was able to discount it as clickbait. Now, what actually is kind of included there is that JFK Jr. called Biden a traitor. That's what people are claiming. But here's another truth. It doesn't seem like JFK Jr. did that either.
Well, come on.
Again, the image floating around that you believe is from this new dump is from more than 7 years ago. Now, it's been debunked if you believe Congress, right? They said this is not true. It's a hoax. If you don't believe them, that's fine too. All we have, as far as proof, is that someone sent Biden a letter calling him a traitor and listing JFK Jr.'s name. That's what's in here. It's not new. You can believe that it's true or not, that it's a hoax or something. It seems relatively inconsequential. Again, JFK Jr. not liking Joe Biden at that point in time, who likely would have been some kind of political opponent. This is the standard here. What insight does this provide into the assassination of JFK?
Thank you.
Anything. Anything. Because people here, we really are. We're fixated on truth. And we got screwed on the Epstein files. And I feel like we're being screwed with this. Suspicious circumstances? Yes. Do I think we'll ever know the full truth? Probably not. It doesn't help, though, to fill our news feeds with lies. Here's another claim. Bombshell. The CIA exclusively requested the elimination of any and all mentions of Israel. Okay, that would be a bombshell. But the truth is that there have been plenty of redactions surrounding other countries. And by the way, there were more redactions as it relates to Israel in previous documents than here. And you see Israel mentioned. Are there some? Sure. But the same can be said for the USSR, for Cuba, for Mexico.
Yeah.
In some instances, they're redacted, and in some, they are not. Now, can you say there's something there as far as a redaction? Sure you can. Can you make the claim that the redactions only apply to Israel? And there's, well, we know it's not true because you're literally listing where Israel's mentioned.
This is so stupid. I want you sources and methods. Protection. If you look at what was being talked about and some of the stuff that's going around right now, they're like, look, they didn't want to say Israel. They wanted to say the information came from something else that's more nebulous. Yes, because if you say it came from a certain place, it makes it easier to identify that guy. Do you want the information to keep flowing or do you want it to stop because he got killed? I don't know if you understand this spy versus spy kind of stuff that was going on at the time. There were spies in the United States that could have gotten that information potentially and gone and killed the source.
And by the way, spying has gone on between governments. Let me simplify this. Oh, you mean nations have national interests? Oh, what a nightmare. This has been going on.
So stupid.
France has been spying on us. We got caught spying on France. They kicked out American spies. We were like, we were surprised that France had any capability to do anything. We're like,
know.
how'd you find them? Did they tell you?
Hey, good one, France.
Good for you.
We bugged a baguette.
Yeah. Like, so again, sure, Israeli intelligence could have been involved at some point. But it's not true to say that only redactions for Israel and all mentions of Israel. Because here's another truth. There are plenty of mentions of Israel in this that are not redacted. As a matter of fact, things that were previously redacted that reference Israel are now unredacted. So if Donald Trump, and I see this, if he's an Israeli shill, wouldn't it still be redacted?
Right.
If this was a cover-up to protect Israel, why would he release new documents that undo the redactions? It's no longer redacted. And by the way, there's a good reason that it's not redacted, because there's nothing super consequential there.
There's claims in some places that are very spurious at best, but I'm sorry, I thought he was owned by Putin. Is he also owned by Israel? Is there anybody else that owns Donald Trump that we need to know? Oh, Xi Jinping. That's right. He's pretty soft on China.
It's like a timeshare.
I don't really understand this now.
Right.
It's getting confusing.
Kim Jong-un owns them a little. It's like
Yeah.
share.
Yeah. As opposed to every Democrat who's run for office who have like 10 mega donors. Or Bernie Sanders and Big Pharma. More donations than anyone. They were small donors. Shut up. Here's the next claim that we're seeing going around, right? Again, breaking!
Oh my God.
Jack Ruby and Lee Harvey Oswald met prior to the assassination. Here's the truth. In no way is this breaking. And it's a spurious accusation, I guess, at best, and there's no new evidence that solidifies it one way or the other. You can draw the conclusion that you want, but it won't be based on new information. Okay, there was the Warren Commission report. There were subsequent investigations. They didn't find any evidence of Ruby and Oswald even knowing each other. Since at least 2008, the report of this Ruby-Oswald meeting before the assassination, like it's been spoken about for a very long time. There hasn't been a smoking gun so far, and there is no significant smoking gun here. Maybe they could have, but there's nothing here that says they did, and there's nothing new.
Maybe Oswald went to Ruby's bar mitzvah or something.
Maybe he went to Ruby's before they went bankrupt. Ruby Tuesdays.
Oh, Ruby Tuesdays?
Yeah.
I've never been.
JFK shot on a Tuesday?
That would be a coincidence.
That would be mind-blowing, dude.
Oh, freaking.
Especially if there was someone
What was it, November?
at the salad bar with a yarmulke.
Why'd you take all the tomatoes?
Yes.
I
don't know cherry tomatoes. I don't trust them. You don't know they're bad until they explode in your mouth.
I only eat Roma.
Was you about to say something, Noodles?
No,
was it Tuesday?
I'm verifying right
He
now.
laughed and he's like, like maybe it was.
No, I was laughing because I said it was mind blowing.
Oh. You're sick. That's twisted and you're sick.
Hey, I'm glad you got that one. Thank you. I had no idea I made that joke.
Did it on purpose.
I'm trying to see how much more we have here. Okay, good. By the way, Rumble Premium, that's what allows this all to happen. You notice only one sponsor per show. Rumble Premium is Mug Club. Mug Club is Rumble Premium. $99 annually or $9.99 a month. We're going to continue for another 45 minutes to an hour for Rumble Premium members. You get everything ad-free. You get this entire lineup that you see. Not only the free lineup, but even more. And I believe right now you can get $20 off if you use the promo code Rumble Live.
Right. It's a great
Rumble
deal.
Live, Rumble Live.
I don't know if I'm missing anything. Do we want to go on to what it is that we actually have learned?
No, I think so. And by the way, he was killed on Friday, 11/22, so November 22nd. So
That's just what the Jews would want you to think.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
wow, come on, that's not a Jewish conspiracy.
Oh,
They
well,
can't change
maybe
the calendar.
Ruby Tuesday has some kind of deal with TGI Fridays.
There you go.
Exactly.
The link.
Owned by the same company, and guess what? They're Jews.
Yep.
It's always that.
Or it could. I was wondering about TGI Shabbat.
We had a TGI Fridays in Kandahar.
Really?
Wait,
I swear to God, dude.
do you guys understand this? The Sabbath starts Friday at sundown.
I know.
Oh, no.
And that was the last sundown for one guy. Now, what do you think we're trying to be? I didn't kill him. Come on.
Uh-oh.
Take it up with, I would say Lee Harvey Oswald, but whoever you think, I guess, at this point.
What's
Give it a whirl.
So what did we learn? Well, like we said yesterday, the CIA clearly knew about Lee Harvey Oswald. That's suspicious. It really comes down to, is it negligence or did they play a role in it?
I lean towards roll.
I'm not so sure that Oswald was being very secretive. I don't think it was like hey, we got a hot tip on this Oswald guy. He defected to USSR.
Yeah.
The USSR media even talked about him by name. Defected.
Yeah.
I don't think that he was low key about hating Kennedy or hating the United States.
Especially his, I'm going to kill Kennedy bumper sticker.
Well, that's
we should have seen
where it
it.
gets
only one sold.
And then right underneath it, no, I'm serious.
Yeah, it's a presidential assassin on board. I guess I have to drive carefully.
Student driver?
Student hitman. No, he definitely wasn't low key, but they were, I believe, keeping tabs on him 59 days before the assassination. Really pretty close. It does seem like they were more concerned about him than certainly you were led on to know initially. Right? There's kind of different timeline. There's what you were told initially, where you have to understand, at that point in time, pretty much no Americans were given the side of the story as far as the CIA.
Yeah.
That came out. Now, that's come out over the course of the last half a century. There's nothing new there. But yeah, the American people were initially lied to, which, of course, you see now that breeds conspiracy theories in the absence of truth. You saw the same thing with COVID. And the problem is there's a lot of truth to some of the conspiracies regarding COVID. For example, the mRNA injection. And you guys have to hit the YouTube dump because they won't let us say this there anymore, even though we don't care. So we're going to be streaming to Rumble. The fact is the complications are significantly higher for particularly men in their 30s.
Proven.
And far fewer children been killed by COVID total than a single flu season. That's true. The idea that Bill Gates has created a mind control chemical chip that is being injected into you so he can take over farmland, not so much. And so when you understand the government has lied to you, it's reasonable to try and fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
But I would also caution you, just please be prudent. Because yesterday's conspiracy theories are today's truth, but you can also go too far. So the CIA...
I have this shirt on today.
Yes.
Alex Jones' right shirt. So.
Some things that I do find interesting, though, like Oswald did, he visited, spent a lot of time with in the Soviet Union.
Yep.
Cuban embassies, by the way, too. I believe both embassies in Mexico City, weeks before the assassination.
Which would explain why Mexico might have been redacted in previous documents.
Yeah, might explain it. There was a KGB agent, Nikonov, who was tasked with investigating Oswald's KGB connections. He determined Oswald was not a KGB agent. He was watched, Oswald, closely while visiting the USSR. In other words, they were concerned about him. So that would provide some context.
Yeah.
Hey, if they were concerned about him in the USSR, seems our own intelligence community should have done a better job.
He was on everybody's radar.
He was on everybody's radar.
Hey, Kennedy, you might want to watch out for this guy.
Yes.
Except for the Dallas police.
Hey, Kennedy, I just got a phone call from this guy, Lee. He says he's going to kill you.
It's weird.
It's weird. I don't know why he called me, but heads up.
Heads up, really?
Yeah.
I'd avoid convertibles in major cities anytime soon, but you know that.
Heads back and to the left.
I mean, there's a lot. My take, if I had to guess still, CIA knew they were in no rush to sort of quell any threats to JFK. It's well known that he did not like the CIA, especially the intelligence community after the Bay of Pigs. We know that. Something very interesting to me, though. Not only is there no overt evidence that Cuba or the USSR was behind the assassination, the more you read this, it's actually, it's quite clear that they didn't, as far as I would wager, Cuba, because they were concerned that the CIA had carried out the assassination to frame them.
Yeah. Oh, no, they're going to pin it on us, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like, that to me is most interesting.
It's not Cuban.
In other words, when you look at the communications between Cubans, they were going like, oh, my, this has CIA written all over it. They're going to try and blame it on us, and they're going to try and use it as an excuse to bomb us. So that to me was probably the most enlightening moment, going, okay, because I thought maybe the Cubans, there could have been something retaliatory.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Seems they were concerned with covering their own asses, and the Cubans believed the CIA was in on it to frame them. We can't confirm that the CIA was in on it to frame them, but that was their concern. That's interesting and worth exploring to me. Yes, Noodles.
I was just going to say, in the overlay, they went so far as to say that they thought, therefore, a third world war will start.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the Cubans really did think that, which, again, wouldn't make sense if they were involved with it.
There is a theory that like 3 or 4 different governments were involved and 3 didn't get the hit.
There's that, yeah. There's that theory, too.
They got him first.
Right. Yeah.
Like he was on a lot of radars for people. They were trying to find a way to kill him.
Well, he was on the radar. You mean Lee Harvey Oswald? Or
no,
JFK?
JFK.
Yeah, of course he was on the radar. He was the president of the United States. He was banging every model in D.C.
That's true because it's true.
It's true. And the one in Denver.
What?
John
Why
Denver?
would you go to Denver?
He
for
swung
that?
both
That's
ways.
not
Hey,
true
you don't
at all.
know. You don't
No,
know.
what I'm saying is that there were a number of nations that wanted to take him out.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize we're going late. Okay.
We're fine. We're fine.
Here's something else. There was an interview in there with Sergey. I don't know if I can. Chornono. Now, this is going around where people are saying, oh my gosh, we now have proof that they knew about the MLK assassination because this guy, Sergey, actually told authorities, here's the thing. He made the claims well after these events had taken place, claiming that he had gone to the authorities before the events had taken place.
Right.
So he said, at 9 a.m. on August 19th, 1963 in Washington, D.C., I went to see Mr. Kippingan, Department of State. I told the director that I have information about President Kennedy. I said, Mr. Lee Harvey Oswald will be killed after kill Kennedy. I said, I will take truth drug to tell the truth because I know you won't believe me because I am Russian.
And I sound drunk.
And then he said, and about MLK, I said, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. will be killed. Who will kill Dr. King Jr.? Negro leader. I'm saying it. These are his words, not mine, though I don't have a problem with it. I said a man who is in prison at this time. Now, people are going back saying, oh, there was a guy in prison who did kill MLK. Okay, fine. But he made these claims, I believe, you guys can let me know, in 67 or in 68. He was claiming retroactively. It's like a psychic claiming they called it back then, but you don't have any proof of it. He also claimed he was harassed, tortured by the Secret Service and FBI. He made I have it right here. 1978. No? 1978, he said that he went to them in 1963. Many, 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 many years. Again, these are the layers. What you're being told is new today, what is being presented as evidence, and when things happened. People today are telling you, hey, this is new evidence from when it happened. The truth is, it's not new, and the evidence is actually a claim made 10, 15 years after it happened. Everything has to be included in this report. That's kind of how it works. And by the way, there's been over half a century to destroy, to alter, to delete. Did anyone think we were actually going to get something groundbreaking? I didn't. What bothers me more is people preying on you and taking advantage of your good graces for viewership. And hopefully we've done a good job of. Hey, if you're still watching this video, comment below. Sorry, I'm parched. I can't drink from that. But you can click the video and watch it. But what is that? Is it a hat?